Hello. Thanks for agreeing to set up this interview. As you know, we only have a short amount of time, so let's go ahead and get started right away. Now, I know that you've been involved in some work on community issues. Can you tell me what attracted you to the community issue that you chose at the beginning of the semester?
Yes, thank you for meeting with me as well today. The community issue that I chose was the Dakota Access Pipeline. The Dakota Access Pipeline starts in North Dakota and it runs all the way through to Illinois. The main reason why I chose this issue was because there are protests going on in my home state of Bismarck, North Dakota, and the state is really feeling direct impacts from these protests. Upon going home for Thanksgiving, other breaks, I've really seen the direct impact the protesters have made on the Bismarck Mandan community. And I've also really noticed the amount of money that our state has had to put into ensuring safety for our citizens from protesters. And this really concerns me as I've lived in this state my whole life and I plan to do so for a while.
Okay, thank you. Now, your materials also said that you were involved in a community issue team project that focused on a call to action. Can you share with me what call to action your team put forward and why you chose that call to action?
My group, we had a few different ideas for our call to action, but our main thought was that we just wanted the truth to be known for everybody to know about the Dakota Access Pipeline. We told listeners that they can do this multiple ways by sharing it from social media, even just word to word from people you see on the streets and whatnot, because the media doesn't always portray the truth and the accurate things. So we just want to make sure everybody knows the truth behind what the Dakota Access Pipeline is and what its plans are to do. We also provided a groups that people can back. One of them is known as the Bakken Backers, and we told our listeners that they can join these type of groups if they feel very confident in what the Dakota Access Pipeline will be doing.
I see. Now, if I were to ask the other members of your team what they think your biggest strength is, what do you think they would say, and why do you think they would say it?
I think the other members of my team would say that I, as a person, am very open minded. And I think that was very important in a persuasive speech, especially as a group, because we really wanted to make sure that everybody's thoughts were portrayed throughout the speech. Because if someone's not passionate about what they're saying, they're going to have a very hard time to persuade others to either do something or think what they believe as well.
Okay, great. What for you was the most challenging thing about working with your team?
I think in any group project, there's always going to be a challenge with how flexible everybody can be. As a group, we did find it kind of challenging to find times that worked for everybody. As college students, we have many different class times and we work schedules, and everything's just kind of different. So we had to find times that worked best for all of us, which was very hard with all of our busy schedules. However, when we did find times, we learned that we had to be very time efficient together, and I think our group did a great job of that.
Thank you. Okay, last question. In 30 seconds or so, tell me what your biggest takeaway was from Com 110 this semester. What will stick with you and be useful to you?
I think probably my biggest takeaway from Com 110 this semester is learning that there is a lot more that goes into being a great public speaker. Originally, I thought, if you talk loud enough, if you make good enough eye contact, you're going to have a great speech, but that's clearly not the case. I've learned a lot about body language, using from into your box, don't have your arms flailing all over. I've also learned a lot about different diction that you can use with your words to express different thoughts. And probably the biggest takeaway that I will have will be the strategy to tell your listeners what you're going to tell them, and then tell them what you told them. I found that very easy to do, and it helps makes the speeches go a lot more fluently.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. We'll probably be in touch with you in the next few weeks or so. Take care.
Thank you. You as well.